Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A community in Johnson County is worried after multiple dogs are found dead. We are told local veterinarians believe antifreeze may be the problem. WYMT's Marion Fletcher talked to one woman who lives there who says it needs to stop before a child is hurt.
Imagine letting your pets out and never seeing them again.
Someone extremely heartless is poisoning dogs in a pretty concentrated area.
That is what many in the Davis Branch community in Johnson County worry about.
We're supposed to be a really tight community, and this is not what communities do.
Lindsay Weber has lived in this area her entire life.
It's just not fair to the community to have to live in fear of their pets just being mass murdered.
In one instance, a black German Shepherd named Hank died. Veterinarians determined he likely died from ingesting antifreeze.
They get sick, and then within a few days, they just pass away.
Now, deputies in Johnson County work hard to try and figure out who is responsible.
100% you killed these dogs. It's not, oh, I put the poison out and they may or may not have gotten into it.
Those behind the poisonings could face a charge of animal cruelty.
We're really hoping that we can try to put a stop to this.
Weber says she even worries about the children in her neighborhood.
You destroyed lives. You shattered worlds, and it has to stop.
As they work to keep everyone in their community safer. In Johnson County, Marion Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
If you believe animals in your community are at risk, officials ask you to call the police immediately. A man police in Knox County say pointed a gun at another man while stopped at a red light is behind bars. One person told officers James Travis Parton ran his friend off the road. While at the red light, that same man told investigators Parton pulled out a gun. Police say Parton admitted to grabbing the gun but insisted he did not point it at anyone and that he felt threatened. They charged him with wanton endangerment. Here's a story we're working on for you for 11. Investigators in Pike County need your help finding these men. They say the duo forced their way into a storage building in Coal Run and stole several items from a business. Anyone who can identify the men can call police at 606-437-0902. A Johnson County man is accused of dragging a state police trooper. Investigators say it happened when the trooper went to talk to Philip Bergen and noticed Bergen had active warrants. Here he is. Troopers say when they tried to get him to put the car in park, Bergen tried to take off. The state trooper dove through the window to try and stop him, but Bergen kept going until he crashed into a hill with the trooper still hanging on. They charged him with numerous charges, including assault. We have told you before about the Indebted Black Lung Fund. The premise of the fund is to give disability benefits to minors with black lung or their widows. But as of the first of this year, the tax on coal that goes to the fund was cut in half, creating even more issues for the fund. Now, with the help of some fundraising, nearly 100 minors or their widows from several black lung associations from across Appalachia are preparing to go to Washington, D.C. WYMT's Connor James has more.
Nearly 25,000 people get help through the Black Lung Fund.
It's not asking too much that the system be funded.
Wes Addington is the director of the Appalachian Citizens Law Center. He works closely with those affected by black lung almost daily. The fund that helps them is deeply in debt.
As of next year, it may not be able to meet all of its obligations for benefits and health insurance for coal miners and their widows.
The tax on a ton of coal that went to the fund was slashed in half this year. Many miners with the disease are at risk of losing those benefits.
They feel like they're not being heard.
That's why several black lung associations will be heading to D.C. next month. Many times we do not see the faces behind the problems.
My name's Jimmy Moore. I have black lung. I've worked 22 years in the mines.
My name's Barry Johnson. I'm a miner, 37 and a half years underground. I have black lung.
I'm Marty Hayes, and I have stage 1.1 black lung.
My name is Linda Adams. I'm a widow. My husband died from black lung.
Their goal is to talk to legislators.
Legislators should be responsive and at least provide them the minimum amount of black lung benefits.
And hope for change.
They're sick. They're not healthy. And the fact that they're forced to go so far just to receive a basic benefit is outrageous.
In Letcher County, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
The group will depart for D.C. on July 16th. We have more information about this on our website, WYMT.com. Pikeville Medical Center announced last week that it would be moving its clinic in South Williamson to a new location in Prestonsburg. Today, CEO Donovan Blackburn let people in South Williamson know they will soon see a larger clinic returning to serve them. Blackburn said the new clinic will be located in the Southside Mall and will be a larger investment than the previous mobile unit. He says things are already moving at lightning speed, and he expects part of the new clinic to be open by late September. This space will offer room to grow, which Blackburn says is a long-term plan for the clinic.
What was known previously as the Magic Mart and or the Kmart before that, we will be occupying with a 20,000 square foot, primary care facility and specialty clinic.
Blackburn said the new facility will be a win-win, bringing more medical care to the area and hopefully boosting the local economy through foot traffic at the mall.
Well, it was another beautiful day here in the mountains. Saw plenty of sunshine and definitely seeing those warmer temperatures. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of those cameras. UVA-wise, you could see plenty of sunshine over there, a few clouds, but overall, it's just been a gorgeous day. Even looking outside of Jackson right now, not dealing with many clouds over there. Temperatures right around 85 degrees. Dew points upper 60s, lower 70s. Definitely feeling muggy out there, and that feels like temperature feeling close to 90 degrees. Really going to see that trend as we head into the next couple of days. So you see mid to upper 80s really across all of eastern Kentucky, a few 90s out west into parts of Richmond and Louisville. And if you're in Pikeville or Wise or even over into Logan, West Virginia, you guys are getting a nice little break there showing those lower 80s. But satellite and radar shows just clear conditions throughout the day. Haven't had to deal with any of those rain chances. Very nice, much needed break from the rain. Now we'll continue to see sunshine, and of course those temperatures start to heat up as we head into the end of the week and even into the weekend as well. And we're going to start to bring back a few rain chances, but it's not going to be too terrible. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, thanks, Paige. Some state employees could see a boost in their pay. Governor Matt Bevin and other state leaders announced the first adjustment to the state's salary scale in more than a decade. It's expected to start with probation and parole officers. Garrett Weimer shares more.
It's no secret low pay and high turnover plagued the ranks of the state's probation and parole officers for years.
It's tough when you've dealt with all of society's most complex issues, and then at the end of the day you have to go home and try to figure out your own financial situation.
They say a new adjustment to the midpoint of the state's salary schedule, which can mean a pay raise for many of them, will help. It's the first such increase since 2007.
12 years is a long time. A lot has changed in America in the last 12 years. A lot has changed economically in the last 12 years. Heck, in the last 12 months for that matter.
State leaders say they believe the money they save from training new probation and parole officers will more than pay for the salary increases officers get. Personnel officials say they see turnover in some probation and parole offices as high as 34%, and state leaders say that could even be a conservative estimate. They hope this will change that.
We are able to be competitive now. We're going to be able to recruit. We're going to be able to keep all of the people that you see around here.
And they say that makes a difference not just for the workers, but for the work they're doing.
Keep up the good work.
Trying to help others.
To have a little bit extra coming down the pipe, to get a little bit of relief, to where when you can go home at the end of the day, you can breathe a sigh of relief. It's great.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WYMT Mountain News.
Other agencies can also apply for the salary schedule adjustment. The personnel director and state budget director will work with those agencies to see if they have money in their budgets to do it. An eviction leads to shots being fired in eastern Kentucky. Now one person is behind bars while police search for a second suspect. It happened last night in Boonville in Owsley County. State police say a man and woman kicked the windows out of a home where they were being evicted. When two men went to repair the home, the suspects returned. That's when police say Brittany Harold shot one of the men twice. Harold later turned herself in. She claims the shooting was in self-defense. Police are still looking for her partner, Matthew Hagar. The victim is recovering at UK Hospital. Tonight, an update on a former Belfry football star shot in Lexington. Today, we learned Cameron Catron is out of ICU and in a private room. He is still recovering after being shot at Two Keys Tavern this past weekend. So far, we have not heard of any arrests. Police say the man who shot Catron ran off. Catron is expected to make a full recovery. House Minority Leader Rocky Adkins will not be running for governor, of course, in the fall. He lost to Andy Beshear in the primary, but still his name could be on the ballot next year. The Lexington Herald leader is reporting that Adkins says he's been approached about running for the Democratic nomination to challenge U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell after Adkins's strong showing in the spring in the governor's race. The Sandy Hook native won 67 of Kentucky's 120 counties. No major Democratic candidate so far has declared their intention to challenge McConnell. Police in Laurel County say a home was burglarized several weeks ago. They say the burglars got away with several items, including an SUV. That investigation is continuing, and police say a surprising number of people have been connected to it. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has more.
People living in Crooked Creek for more than 24 years say the area is typically a quiet one.
It's been safe for so many years, it's hard to really get the fact that it's not safe anymore.
Neighbors have been worried after a home was burglarized several weeks ago and say they have even seen suspicious people crossing through their neighborhoods. It is keeping them on high alert.
We're all kind of nervous about it.
When police were called by the homeowner who had been out of town, they found several belongings missing, including an SUV. But a lot of man hours and footwork from police solved the case. It led them to several homes over a span of 2 counties.
And we got a total of 9 people arrested as a result of this investigation.
The investigations led to the arrest of Kennedy Hatfield, Jonathan House, Nellie Lewis, Cassie Colston, Lewis White, Randy Thomas Lee Bertrand, Christopher Johnston, Anthony Popejoy, and Alicia Raines. Police say oftentimes burglaries with this scale, items are not brought back easily.
He was saying, I can't believe you've got my stolen property back, and you got somebody in jail as well. So the victims are excited, and we're excited too.
All 9 people charged through the investigation were brought to the Laurel County Detention Center. In Laurel County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say the investigations led to new leads in other burglaries and expect there could be more arrests connected to the home burglary in the Crooked Creek area.
And those temperatures on the rise as we head into the next couple of days. But what about those rain chances? We'll break down that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
But first, we'll show you how some kids enjoyed the lake in a special way today here in Perry County.